What is up, comic book fans, readers, collectors, cover lovers? Everyone is welcome here at Nerdy Geeks Comics, no matter how you collect. I am Nerdy Geek. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time checking me out, I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll hit the like and subscribe and come back if you enjoy your time here. Today is Wednesday, June the 3rd, 2026. So you know what that means. It is New Comic Book Day. Happy New Comic Book Day. I hope you found everything you were looking for, or everything was in your pull box, undamaged, near mint. All the reads you were waiting for came in. This is a pretty good comic book haul I have. It's not as big as my hauls used to be because, as y'all know, I have been cutting down on my FOC books because I'm trying to pick up more personal grails and, standard grails that everybody's looking for. So it's a pretty good haul. I have some really nice covers, some books that I was really excited to read. So let's go ahead and get to my haul. All right, so to start us off, I have Absolute Green Lantern. This is issue number 15, and this is cover C by Marcio Takara. A really nice cover right here. I have been enjoying Green Lantern. I am not caught up. I think I'm currently in the middle of issue number 13, so I need to finish 13, 14, and then go ahead and read 15. I probably will be able to catch up this weekend. But I have enjoyed Green Lantern. It does move around a lot, which at first started to bug me, but then it also kind of keeps the story fresh because you never stay too long on one storyline or the other. But I have really enjoyed it. If you're not reading Absolute Green Lantern, give it a shot. So my next book is Adventures of Superman, the Book of L. This is issue number 9. And this is cover B by Lucho Parillo. This is a really fantastic cover, guys. I mean, check this out. That is a gorgeous cover. Lucho did an amazing job with this cover. And I have been picking up the covers he's been doing to Superman. And I really like this one. This one, if you look at that face, it looks a lot like a mashup of David Cornsweet and Henry Cavill. Really, really fantastic job on this cover by Lucho Parillo. Next, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 30, and this is the Neto Diaz World Cup homage cover. A really nice cover right here. You have Peter right there. Looks like we either have maybe Harry or Norman back there. You got the Sandman, and I'm not quite sure who's bringing up the rear. But, with the World Cup coming around, I thought these might be some popular covers, so I went ahead and made sure to pick up one. All right, here I have a series that has had amazing covers, almost from start to currently where we're at. A lot of fantastic covers with this series. And of course, I am talking about Batgirl. This is Batgirl, issue number 20. This is cover B by Terso Cons. A really fantastic cover. I love these battle covers where our heroes, are stripped down and you can see all the cuts and scars and bruises they have. There's some really famous covers like this. There's a Catwoman one where she's like this. There's one that Alex Ross did, of course, of Batman. And then I would even throw in that Something's Killing the Children, number 3, the second print. That one of Erica Slaughter in the tub, and you can see all of the cuts all over her. I love these types of covers, and anytime I see them, I make sure to pick them up. But this one is done really well. So for my next book, this is a book I have really enjoyed the read on. I am caught up except for this issue, and of course I am talking about Batman. This is Batman, issue number 10, and this cover was done by Ryan Sook. A really fantastic cover. You have Batman back there in the back, watching over the city. Of course, he spots Catwoman. and she gives him a little wave, a little playful wave. You can see her reflection in the building. This is a really great cover by Ryan Sook, and this read has been really good. Like, I didn't know what to expect whenever they came out with it. I was enjoying Absolute Batman. I'm still reading the Absolute Batman. And when this came out, I really liked issue number 1. Well, I liked issue number 1. I'm not gonna say I really liked it, but the read has been really good. I've really been enjoying this. So hopefully this continues to be a fantastic read, because I have really enjoyed it. Okay, this next one is going to be a book that really has to be good, because we're here in issue number 3 now. And if it doesn't really catch me, I'm done. I'm dropping the series. And here we have Estuary, a ghost story, issue number 3. This is cover A by Mon House. So this book, I really did enjoy issue number 1. I thought it had an interesting story. It was going to take us somewhere. It was going to be a nice, creepy ghost story. And issue number 2 did not deliver. I mean, it's kind of a mystery type thing. You know, there was a little interesting thing that we found out at the end of issue number 2, but I was looking for a really good, creepy ghost story. And that is not what I'm getting from this book. Hopefully this issue picks it up, draws me back in, but if not, I'm dropping this. So my next book is a series that I have really fallen behind on. I think I'm like 7 issues back on this thing, but the covers have just been really good, especially the 1 in 15s that I've been picking up all of them. But here we have Godzilla. This is issue number 11, and this is cover B by Ito. A really great cover by Ito right here. I am a huge fan of Ito. I try and pick up every cover I can get that he does. And the fact that I was able to pick up an open order Ito was really fantastic, because when he first started coming out, he was mostly exclusives and ratios, and he still does do a lot of ratios. But this is a really nice, really cute cover by Ito. I really like it. So of course I picked this up, but as I mentioned, I have been picking up all these movie homages. So here we have the Godzilla movie homage. This is the 1 in 15 ratio by Louis De Martinis. It's a movie homage variant. We have a lot of characters on here. Of course, we have Unguarius down there. A really great cover. You have Rodan in there. You have Godzilla. Looks like we have King Gigan in the background, maybe. Well, you can see one of the heads, it looks like. Really great cover. I have been enjoying all of these 1 in 15 homages. And as much as I want them to continue, it's getting harder and harder to pick these up, because I have to order, you know, a couple of these to make sure my LCS qualifies for it. So I love them, but man, I hope they stop soon, because it's starting to hurt. Next up, there we got another one that dropped this week. Here we have Iron Man issue number 6, and this is the Ryan Pancoast Magic the Gathering variant. All of these Magic the Gathering covers have been really fantastic. I am really loving these. They are awesome covers, and I am gonna pick up every single one that I can get my hands on. I also picked up the Iron Man homage to the soccer. So this cover was done by Simone DeMeo. A really great cover of Tony Stark right here. Looks like he's in celebration. Maybe he just scored a goal. Maybe he's just celebrating to celebrate because he is Tony Stark. But a really great cover. I'm not picking up all of these soccer covers, but this one and the Spider-Man were 2 that I really did like the artwork on them. So yes, I did pick these up. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know there is a character that I love to collect the covers of. And of course, that is Jeff the Land Shark. Here we have It's Jeff. This is issue number 1. And here we have the introduction, the first appearance of his buddy, Ken, which is a septopus, because apparently he lost a leg or an arm or whatever you want to call it. But a really cute cover with Jeff. This cover was done by Giri Hiro. So I do pick up these Jeff covers, but since it's a first appearance, you never know. Who would have ever thought that Jeff the Land Shark would have been, $150 first appearance comic? We don't know, but I went ahead and took the gamble. I did pick this up. Will he end up being as popular as Jeff? Who knows? But you know what? Picking up at cover price plus 20%, it's worth a little gamble. All right, next up, we have the J. Scott Campbell Just Spectacular Collection with Sabine Rich. So this is basically just all of the covers that Campbell did with his Just Spectacular Collection covers that he did earlier in the year and last year. So they are basically, each page is either, one cover. There's a couple of them that will take 2 pages in the splash page type thing. But some of these, specifically exactly who you would expect. I believe it's Black Cat, Spider-Gwen, and Mary Jane. You don't just get the cover art, you get, his rough, sketch work, then his, cleaned up pencils, and then the inks, and then the final, reveal of what the cover actually looked like. And then there are some, paragraphs in there of what he was thinking with the design and things like that. So if you're a J. Scott Campbell fan and you didn't want to pick up all the covers, you can get all of them right here. And they're all the Virgin variants because, of course, they're not going to have the trade dress on them. So there you go. That's what's in this book. If you want to pick it up, go pick it up. All right. Here I have a series that I was looking forward to reading. It does sound like it does have a type of interesting concept. It's not, something brand new. Of course, it's the end of the world. There's been some type of outbreak of something. Humanity, has little pockets of people who survive, and somebody has to venture out to try and find something, somebody, a cure, whatever it is. We've all seen it, but this one sounded interesting to me either way. I am a fan of some of those post-apocalyptic stories, and I am talking about Only the Savage Survive. This is issue number 1, and this is the cover A by Stefano Raffaele. I hope I said that right. Really nice cover right here. So I don't know if these are going to be monsters, if these are going to be, mutated humans. I don't know what we're facing in here, but I did pick up this main cover, and I also picked up cover B by Marco Mastrazzo. A really nice cover right here. Whenever I saw this one on FOC, I knew I was going to make sure to pick it up. And it is a really fantastic cover. So this will probably be the first thing I read this week whenever I start opening up my books and give them a read. We are up to issue number 45 of Poison Ivy. This is cover B by Nuvovich. A really fantastic cover right here. Nuvovich has been killing it with these covers. Somehow he makes Poison Ivy somewhat beautiful while also having her skeletonized. A really great cover, and then that halo over her head. It's looks like the jawbones of humans. So and maybe ribs. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, because as Mayor Poison Ivy, I don't know if she should be doing this type of thing. But a really fantastic cover by Nuvovich. I am definitely going to put this under the black light and see if it, gives it a nice little look. We'll find out. Here we have an interesting story that I don't think I've ever seen. Here we have Supergirl Survive, issue number 1. And this is cover B by Taryn Clark. So this is a different story where we have Supergirl actually taking off with baby Kal-El, heading to Earth, and she's heading out as his protector. They're not being separated. So I am curious to see where this story goes. Are they going to come straight to Earth? Are they going to land on other planets before they get here? I don't know. How is she going to react whenever she sees people as threats to baby Clark? Because we already know Supergirl is way more aggressive than Clark is. But is she going to, overstep in protecting him? We're going to find out. But I'm definitely interested in reading this one. Okay, here I have a second printing, and this second printing is of Superman, issue number 36, and this is the second printing by Rod Reese. So in the original cover, he's actually reading Absolute Superman. Here he's reading Absolute Batman. And if this story continues to sell pretty well, maybe we'll get him reading Absolute Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, Flash, who knows. But I will tell you, I was not looking forward to this story when it came out. I was not looking forward to reading Superboy Prime in the Superman role. And I have been very pleasantly surprised. This has been a fantastic read. I have really enjoyed it. They have really got me liking Superboy Prime. If hopefully Superman doesn't come back anytime soon, because I would love to see this story unfold and to see what happens with Superboy Prime with his redemption arc, because I am all in for Prime time. And if Superman does come back, hopefully Superboy Prime gets a spinoff. They continue with the same type of writing, and Dan Mora's artwork on the inside has been fantastic. I've loved this book. This has had great covers, and it has been a fantastic, fun read. So if you're not reading it, here's your chance to go pick up issue number 36 in the second print. And I'm sure you can still pick up issues 37 and 38, which came out last week, because this has been a fantastic read. Go read it and check it out. And one of only 2 X titles that I'm still picking up and reading, here we have Uncanny X-Men, issue number 29. This cover was done by Luciano Vecchio. A really fantastic cover right here. We have Rogue on the cover. I am a sucker for picking up books with Rogue on the cover. And I'm only reading this, and I am still picking up X-Men United, but jury's still out on that, whether I'm going to continue with it or not. I'm not sure. It hasn't done really anything to draw me in. I did like the issue number 2 with Cap. I did like that story, but I know that's just, a little part that's not going to really, take up much storyline. And hopefully it does more stories like that. Like if they want to give me little one shots like that, where you have different characters come in and we see things from the past and things like that, might be a good series. But as of right now, issue number 1 was just okay. The Cap story I did like, but can they keep that up? Because that Cap is obviously not one of the X-Men, so we can't expect him to be there all the time. But Uncanny X-Men, I am still enjoying. Of course, I would love to see more stories with Rogue, Gambit, Nightcrawler, Wolverine, and Jubilee. I have come to like a few of the outliers, the new kids that have come in, but not all of them. And I don't want to read an entire story just about them. So I need to make sure that my traditional X-Men are in there a lot more than they have been. So hopefully issue number 29 is going to be a good read. I'll let y'all know. And my last book that I have to show you, which has been surprisingly a really good read. I have enjoyed it. If you're not a fan of this character, you're probably not going to enjoy it. But if you're a fan, I'm going to say you're going to like it. And if you're just okay with him every now and then, I think you would actually like the Wade Wilson Deadpool storyline. So here we have issue number 5. This is, of course, the soccer variant by Yurihiru. I really love this cover. Of course, Wade would be complaining to the ref and receiving a red card. You can obviously see the knot on the ref's head, so who knows what Wade did to him. But this is a really nice cover. And again, I have enjoyed this story. If you hate Deadpool because he's so jokey, this is a more serious story, because he's, as I've said before, he's heartbroken about what happened to Ellie. I love Ellie as a character. I was sad whenever what happened to her happened in the Deadpool and Wolverine storyline. I don't know if that's what's happening here. All we know is something happened to Ellie and Wade's blaming himself. Now, I did read that storyline, so I feel like this is probably a continuation of that story, but just of Wade himself. I have really enjoyed it. It is a more serious book with Wade. Of course, there are your jokes here and there, but it's not all over the place like with other Deadpool titles. So if that's one of the things that turns you off about reading Deadpool, give this one a shot. I have actually really enjoyed it, and if nothing else, you get to see Deadpool just getting torn up because he hates himself so much for what happens to Ellie. He just is always trying to get mutilated and get killed in the worst possible way to get his mind off of it. So if that sounds interesting, go give it a read. Here's issue number 5, a great soccer variant, and that's my last book. So I hope you enjoyed my new comic book day haul. Leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of my haul. Do you think that there's stories that I missed out this week that I should have picked up? Or was there a cover that you think is like, oh, nerdy, you should have picked this up. This book's going to be hot. Let me know because, I've only been back into collecting for 2 years. So I'm still not, up to speed on every single thing. But I try to stay ahead on just about everything. It's not easy to stay on track of this. There's over 200 books, a week that we have to comb through on FOC, and that's not including retailer incentives. So if you think there's something cool out there I missed, or if you think there's a good read out there, let me know. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.